don't need to spend $99 a month to find clients on LinkedIn. So let me show you how I do it for free and how my clients have used the system to get hundreds and hundreds of qualified leads without paying a cent. Now, if you have zero context about me, I help founders to grow a profitable personal brand using AI and content systems so they can attract high ticket clients. And my students have closed deals anywhere between $1,000 to even $100,000 thanks to starting building trust with a personal brand. And funny thing is that many of them actually stop using Sales Navigator after they notice how well the systems work. So by the end of this video, you will know the 3 ways that you can use for free to find clients on LinkedIn. And of course, my favorite one at the end, because I've seen our students getting around 500 subscribers to an email list, which is pretty useful because you don't only have this list that you're going to be spamming or sending DMs to, but you can also keep the conversation and keep building the relationship with these people. And I'm talking about 500 with one single post. So to stop spamming strangers but still have really good results, let's go with the first thing in the list. That is to borrow followers. Now, as the name says, all you have to do is to find a big influencer in your niche and then connect with the people who follow this person. The reason we do that is because if they follow this person, that means that they are pre-primed, meaning that you're not starting a conversation from zero, but that you're joining a topic that they already care about. So for example, I work with founders and I help them build a personal brand. But if I were just to connect with random people on LinkedIn, all of them being founders, even if, they have their size of the company that I usually work with, even if they have the money to pay your services, even if they are a good fit logistically, I don't know if they have also a mental qualification, which means they know the power of a brand and they are interested on working on that. But if they are already learning through that topic with someone else, that's already a good sign. And something that I was dealing with when I understood how this worked was a bit of, I wouldn't say imposter syndrome, but it felt like I couldn't find the answer of why, if someone is following this big personality online, why would they trust me if I'm still on my way to building that? But then through having conversations with these people, I realized that it was actually pretty useful because, again, the conversation was already pre-primed, and also most of them have already spent money on any of the courses of these people or, just following their systems. So they already have the mindset to invest and really work on themselves and work on their goals. And then because of something from my personality, probably the fact that I'm from Latin America or other things that I often show in my brand, they resonated more with our approach as well as the way our systems were working. So if at any point you feel the same, I would say still go through that, have conversations with these people and see how it works, because you never know. It was pretty useful in my case. And if you don't know how to find these people, I'll show you real quick where you need to go on LinkedIn. So once you are in your page, you have to go and find these filters. And to do that, we need to go to the search bar and then click enter, and it'll bring you to this part. Now you go to all filters, and here you make sure this is selected by people, okay? Then you will also find the connections. First degree connections are people you are already connected with, so you're probably not going to use that. Second degree, it's people who are connected to people who you are connected with. So it's 2 degrees, 2 connections from you. And then the third degree, it's people who you're not connected with at all. So you choose. Then you can go to locations, choose whatever you have as your favorite. Then connections off, gonna skip that. And followers off, this is when things get interesting because you need to type the name of an influencer, let's say Jasmine. And I know this guy works on LinkedIn, so really great for what I want to do. And you can also do this with other people in the future. Then you scroll to the filters, school, industry, profile language, um, service categories. I can put consulting, coaching, and mentoring. These are two of my avatars. You can put what your audience is about. And then title, I work with founders here. And once this is done, you just click on show results. And that's done. Now we have a lot of people that you can keep connecting with. Now, of course, borrowing followers helps you to find people interested in a topic. But the next strategy will also help you to reveal people who are investing time actively into solving a specific problem. So let's go with strategy number 2. And this is perfect if you want to identify warm intent. And here I'm talking about events. Now, on LinkedIn, you have voice events and you also have live events. So, whatever you find, it's going to be perfect. The only thing that we're looking for is that when attendees join or they are interested about joining, they have solving this problem in their checklist. So, they're actively looking for solutions. Now, here is pretty similar to what we did before. All you have to do is to go and search a keyword, let's say ChatGPT, and then filter by events. And that's literally it. You'll find many options that you can choose from. And that was pretty simple, right? But now, here comes my favorite one because it not only helps you find people who are interested in investing their time on solving something, but it also helps you to have conversations with people and warm up conversations so you're not only spamming people and you build trust. So for strategy number 3, I'm talking about lead magnet posts. And this is the easiest format that you can make to go viral and get hundreds of qualified leads at the same time. Of course, if you do it right. To give you an example, one of the founders that I work with had a lead magnet post with around 4,000 comments that I'm going to show you how you can create one. And of course, it's also pretty normal to see around 500 email subscribers with one single post. And this is what I was telling you, that you can start nurturing these conversations and building trust. So you not only try to pitch the first time and get a no, because that's normal. I mean, these people don't know you. Now, just so we can be on the same page, it's pretty easy to find these types of lead magnets on Instagram or on X too. And it's really simple because you only have to create a guide or freebie PDF solving one problem. And then what you have to do is to say, for example, hey, I have 100 viral post templates, and then comment X keyword if you want to get them. And this is a key because when someone comments, it signs the algorithm that this post is valuable. So LinkedIn keeps pushing it to more and more and more people. And now we have more comments. And now it keeps pushing it more. And now we have more comments. And it's just a loop that helps you to get more reach. And a common mistake that I see with this one is that people would normally give away resources, but they just put the link in the post. And of course, you don't want to put the link because otherwise people are not going to comment. And the second problem is that I would see some people just giving away the Google Doc or the PDF and not asking people to put their email so they can get that. And of course, if you do this, you will waste all your efforts because the goal is that they can give you the email and now you keep offering more and more valuable resources to them. If you only give away the freebie, if you only give away the PDF, you're going to stop the contact there and you're not going to be building the snowball effect. Now, if you do not have any software at all, you don't need to overcomplicate your life. This is much, much easier than what you could think. You can have, two leaders in the market are Beehive or also ConvertKit, that recently rebranded as Kit. And I actually started with ConvertKit because they give you unlimited landing pages and lots of different features you can use for free. I think you have like a limit of subscribers you can have in the free plan, but that's more than enough to keep things rolling and just start with your first lead magnets. And of course, as we mentioned, this is already much more different than just using Sales Navigator and trying to pitch without offering value first. Now, for transparency, this requires practice. For example, the guy I mentioned to you before, his lead magnets were getting around 99 comments. But then, after changing the packaging and putting some strategies there, he now got around 4,000 comments on his posts. Now, if we compare it to one I showed him before, it's similar when it comes to the faces, the call to action, how things can be structured, the numbers, and the copy of the post too. In this case, he actually killed it. He did much more than the inspiration I showed him. But I'm showing you these comparisons so you know that there's actually a full formula behind this one. So if you want a little bit of help crafting the right lead magnet for your audience fast, and giving away the full system behind it. Plus, I will also help you brainstorm how to use the system for your specific scenario. So if you are interested in this, you can go to the notes in the description and search the link to book a completely free lead magnet strategy call. And in this call, you will walk away with a high converting lead magnet concept. You will know the best format that works on LinkedIn and also some tips and tricks so you can create this lead magnet in less than a day. So if you go to the description and the link is still there, that means that you can still apply for a free one-on-one call there. This is a priority for you. I'll check your application and I'll see you there. But otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one.